Welcome to the Toucan Talks podcast, where we bounce from topic to topic with our guests to give you an inside look at their life as a business owner. No question is off limits as we talk about what has led to the successes, the challenges, and more.
And this podcast is brought to you by Kickstart Studios. Kickstart Studios is Wilmington's newest video podcast studio. Equipped with multiple camera angles and an in-house producer, creating a high-quality video podcast has never been easier. Don't let the tech and gear learning curve hold you back from jumping into podcasting or created video content any longer. Our team takes care of it all for you so you can focus on the message you want to share. You simply show up, record, and receive the final product. No more wasting time setting it up and breaking down the gear, setting up lights, or doing sound checks on your own. Our in-house producer will have everything set up and ready to go for you. So check us out at Kickstart Studios.
Welcome to Toucan Talks. This next episode is going to be a good one. We have the one and only Krisiann Moskal. I'm not doing this without the J.
Yeah, I know. You need the KJ.
Yeah.
It's just who I am.
It is who you are forever. And today we're going to talk about probably primarily short-term rentals. You guys, you and Morgan, your husband, have the digs.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 properties.
Technically 3 now.
Okay. I meant to ask you that before we started.
So we have the first house I ever bought.
Yes.
We kept that house.
Okay.
And so right now we have long-term rent
cool.
in there, but like the plan is eventually, I think, to make that one also an Airbnb.
Nice.
Because I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But when we were moving to our new house, so now we have 4 houses.
Empire.
Yeah. It just keeps, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have it in me to like go through all that while also having to like buy furniture for the new house.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, that's
so
exciting.
3 properties, which like compared to some of our friends in town, like that like is dwarfed by like people like Ross and Tomaselli and like Tommy McGeo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy. He has like, I don't even want, like 6, 5 or 6, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Those are our inspiration.
Yeah.
People like that.
Just to grow it.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. So you have Carolina Beach and then downtown.
Yes.
Is it?
It's on Pelican.
Okay.
Pelican? No, it's not. That's not a thing.
Seagull.
It's another bird. It's a peacock.
It's a peacock.
It's on Pelican Lane. I don't even know where my house is.
Good luck finding that one.
Yeah. Gotcha. No, it's on Peacock Lane. It's in the old Indy Ice House building, which used to be an ice factory, which was hilarious in Wilmington. Like so much melts. I can't.
Like today, it's just so hot.
Yeah, so it's like right on the Greenway.
Cool.
And right next to the One Tree Hill Bridge.
Nice.
So like all the One Tree Hill fans, that's like where you want to stay because literally at night just they have like the twinkle lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
you
think
play
about
that song. What was the
wasn't it like Gavin DeGraw?
Yes.
Or something?
Yeah. Yep.
It's like you can just sit outside with your White Claw and like just picture you and Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah.
Just sitting there holding hands.
B-balling on that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, going after it.
Cool. So yeah, we have intro questions, but I don't know. We'll see. How long have you been? When did y'all buy the Carolina Beach one? Or start that?
That started in 2019, I want to say. So it's very interesting how we've like made this happen, and I think not many people our age understand like the opportunities that they have right in front of them.
Yeah.
So I bought my first house in 2018, right before Hurricane Florence. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a first-time home buyer, you have all these like tax incentives. You have some incentives likely with your employer. So I was able to like take some money, like basically lend myself my own money out of my 401k to put a down payment down. But you also only have to put down like 3 to 5% or something silly. So I bought that first house, never put Morgan. I still don't think I have Morgan on there, but maybe legally because we're married, he gets half.
Maybe, if you like.
Yeah. if he's got to go,
Yeah.
whatever, he can have it. But so then Morgan never bought property. So before we got married, we were like, you better take advantage of this like first time home buyer thing.
Yeah.
So he bought Carolina Beach as his first home. But I think the way it worked was he couldn't put down 3 to 5% because technically he lived at Fieldview with me.
Gotcha.
So it was a second home. Still, he only had to put down 10%.
Yeah.
And that like whole transaction was like easy breezy. He also got like a $15,000 like tax cut.
Yeah.
And then usually like we think of these ideas like Morgan and I will walk in our neighborhood and then I come up with like these random ideas and he's like down all the time, which is great for me.
Yeah.
Until we take an L and then I'll blame him for it. No.
All right. You said we could do this.
Yes. Remember when I just told you this outrageous idea?
Spitballing.
Like, don't be a yes man. You got to say no sometimes. But I was like, we should look at some of these apartments downtown.
Yeah.
Because they're so inexpensive, or I should say they were totally affordable. This was like before COVID or maybe like right in the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
And so we decided like, I'm just going to go on like, realtor.com, whatever, Zillow, and take a look. And we saw this loft that was in this renovated old like cool brick factory, ice factory.
Cool, yeah.
And it has graffiti. It has like Wu-Tang graffiti on the outside. I was like, hell yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Wasn't even thinking about the One Tree Hill thing. But we ended up like the next day going to look at it. And I was like, it's turnkey, sold, like whatever they want. Yeah. Just give it to them,
Just take my money.
Yeah. Like it's going to be worth it. This is going to make its money. And so that one actually was then my second home.
Gotcha.
And I signed the contract the day we left for Jackson Hole to get married.
Oh, wow.
Because the second you get married, there's no such thing as like first home, second home. Like, you share, everything gets shared and then you lose your rights. So like if you
get married and you lose your rights.
You lose all your rights.
This is the 1800s.
You have to share everything.
Gosh.
So you can't let the man get you. That's like exactly how it is. I was never going to let the man get me. And I was like, ting-ling-ling with my keys. So then, so the turnaround on these properties, like, especially if you find something that's like, doesn't need a whole lot of work, right? Yeah. Which for the most part, nobody wants to do that. Unless you're very handy and that excites you.
Yeah. Like if Luke was here, that would excite him.
Maybe, yeah. But it's like, it's just nice to be able to like furnish it the way you want to. And then
making money.
Get a photographer in there once you furnish it quickly.
Yeah.
And I think it took us about a month for each one to like get it all set up and ready to go. Mm-hmm. And then once it's live, it's like, it's not like another business where you have to like optimize the site and build all this content, do all these things. Like on a platform like Airbnb or VRBO, like you're immediately on the map.
Yeah.
You might not have any reviews.
Right.
But people aren't scared. And like you can, if it looks nice, they're like, ooh, a new property.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went full on and never looked back. And it honestly, like, I think probably like giving everything away, but like we paid like $5,000 to furnish these places. Yeah. One is a 3-bedroom, one's a 2-bedroom. It's not like we were very savvy about the choices we made about how we furnished it, but we made sure that we picked like quality.
Yeah. It looks good.
Items.
It's going to last.
It's going to last. I'm not about to like waste a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And we made our money back like within a couple of weeks. It was crazy. Like we just got lucky too. We bought these properties. One was bought in May and one was bought in July.
The same year?
No.
Oh. Year.
2019 and then 2021.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, that is,
I think.
Yeah, that seems right. That's exciting.
Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah.
Which is like something, it's nice to have somebody in it with you.
Yeah.
Because he's really good.
Yeah. We have a short-term rental. I have zero clue about it. Literally, our accountant was like, it looks like the rental property did good. And I was like, I don't know.
Tell everybody about your short-term rental.
It's in Louisiana.
Where?
It's a house. I don't know. Venice, Louisiana.
Okay.
So if you just never been there, can guarantee you it is not fancy unless you like fishing and hunting. I think if you were like we're in New Orleans and then you just drive and like keep driving like an hour and a half, it keeps going and you like dead end into the Gulf. It's like literally a houseboat in a marina. Like you can't go any further. You're in the water. I've never been there. I'll never go. I have no desire to ever go.
It actually is really nice. It's listening to you talk about it. I was like, oh God, Luke is about to buy this like an RV on
Maybe
floaties
yeah, like
and
a floating RV. Yeah, the first one he actually went to go like that. He flew there to actually look at to purchase. Unfortunately, like it smelled like mold, and he was like, absolutely, like not buying this, no way. And then he ran into who's now like the, essentially, I guess the property manager down there, and she like showed him a few other ones because she like knows everything, and so she showed him the one that we actually bought, but that first one sunk. I was like, could you imagine if we just like dropped a ton of money? Because you can't finance, like you had to do these in cash because it's like not a house, it's not a boat. It's like you can't get a loan for that.
Really?
So I was like, could you imagine if we just dumped all of our money into this thing that would have sunk?
And then sunk. And then
you
you'd have
can't
to
really have insurance on it because it's not and if you put a motor on it, you can insure it. But it's like a legit, I don't know.
It is legit.
Like a house.
It looks very legit.
Yeah. But if you're hunting, like duck hunting or fishing, it is like,
it's an
sportsman
oasis.
Paradise. It's all you need. It's bunks. It's whatever. I say that. I've never been there.
Yeah, you're going to have to plug that because people need to see it. It's like, it is really nice.
We'll
put a
link in the show notes.
Yeah, put a link in the show notes because it is actually really nice, but it's one of those things. It's like it's not the houseboats you see like on Cape Fear River, like downtown. But
it's a hunting, fisher.
It's not luxury, but it's
fish camp style. I think.
It's like glamping.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I think that's like the closest
it has an
comparison.
Ice maker.
I don't even have a freaking ice maker. Do you know somebody posted their like DIY? Like I follow all these DIY handles, and I'm all about like their affiliate marketing. I want to know everything about what they've done and like where they bought their stuff. And I'm like, if they found a deal, they just saved me a bunch of time. Let them take the credit.
Yeah.
This guy posted like, everyone's been asking about my ice maker. And I'm like, am I about to find a deal on an ice maker? $3,000.
Oh, yeah, it's not worth it.
I was like, I could buy
so much ice.
Infinite bags of ice.
Even the nice, have you seen the nice ice at like Publix?
Yes.
Like actual, like probably safe, like the spring.
Oh,
yeah. Ice. Yeah.
Is it like pebble ice though?
No, it is shaped different, but it comes from like water that's not like toilet water.
Oh, perfect.
It's for like drinks, not just filling your cooler.
Yeah. Those ice machines they have over in Ogden, like there's like one on Oleander.
Yeah, like the vending machine style.
I need to own one of those.
Yeah.
I bet you I could invest in one of those for the same amount that I could get a personal ice maker and then make a crap ton of money off of.
I think we're going to have a future guest who he does like franchise consulting, like essentially like matchmakes. Is that the right word? Matchmaker for like franchises and like franchisees. I bet he would know.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into like these random like quirky things. Like if I can put an ATM somewhere, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But like ice is cooler. Technically.
Because you have a ice factory.
Yeah.
Airbnb.
But it's also cold.
Speaking of which.
She didn't get it.
I didn't get it. It is cool.
You know what else is cool?
Playing this game. Yeah. We should. How long have we known each other? 2013. Because that's when I graduated college.
It's been over 10 years.
Yes. And so we could probably just talk and never actually play this. Yeah.
I'm not. Anytime I try to play a game with a friend, it never works out. And then the husbands get pissed.
Oh.
They're like, you don't shut up. I'm like, well,
we're here to hang.
Yeah.
We're not here to do like.
We really like the sound of our own voices
we just
and each other's voices.
Yeah. Which is why you're going to be our new co-host. So,
exactly.
Yeah. We can just talk the whole time.
By the time I've recorded 5 to 10 of your next podcast, we might be sponsored by Celsius,
those ice makers.
the ice KitchenAid.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Whirlpool, whoever makes the best one.
Yeah. Call us.
We need you.
We'll have
you
like
need
a
us.
noisy little ice maker in the back. They'll always know who our sponsor is. This is
Our Celsius is always cold.
Yes.
Our iced coffee is always iced.
Icy. Yeah.
And like we're both moms. We know that like we drink watered down iced coffees all the time.
Yeah.
Not here.
No.
Okay, anyway.
So how this podcast normally works is we do that little intro
How it
for
used to
like
work.
60 seconds, and then we get into this game. Basically, you're going to drop a coin. If it lands on a 1, it's more of like a business-related question. We'll tangent as much as we need to. If you land on a 2, that's our toucan. Again, so many toucans, Toucan Talk. The number toucan, too many. Are those puns? I don't know. But those are like fun. We call them party questions.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm down. Do I put the coin in or do you?
you put the coin in, I'll draw the question.
Okay.
I'll read it to you like some cool interview. The coins also occasionally jump off the board, so
So be a little gentle.
don't be alarmed.
It's not really.
Try
doesn't
again.
count.
Business.
Okay. Sure.
We're jumping right in deep. What do you feel has made your short-term rental little empire, budding empire, successful thus far?
I think, not to deter anybody, but buying when we did, because we have like 3% rates, fixed rates on our mortgages. And we chose properties that had some character, like had a story.
Cool.
So Carolina Beach has, it's like right on the Cape Fear River, but between the river and the back of the house is like military land, so nobody can build there.
Cool.
Which is cool. Because you don't, I mean, you never want, like we've looked at properties before that we were like, that lot's going to get built on, and then whatever view you thought you had is gone.
It's gone, yeah.
But I think the most appealing part of it is that it sits at the end of the Snows Cut Trail to Carolina Beach Park, which I mean, I've never been there before until we like got this property. And it's really important. Like when you first buy property, there are people that'll just like turn it around and immediately put guests in there. But like you think you have what people need, it's good to stay there for like a day or two.
Yeah.
And like bring friends or whatever, like make it fun. But like it helps you understand, like, oh, we don't have a juicer. It'd be nice to have, like...
Yeah, like a...
Yeah, or, like, can opener.
Everybody...
Yeah.
No one needs can opener until you need one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those sort of things we've done, and then we would walk the trail and, like, take pictures, and it's so pretty.
Yeah.
You're, like, on cliffs, like, along the river. It's wild. So, yeah, I think that, and then, like, the story of, like, the ice house was cool. And being near the One Tree Hill Bridge and just being able to like walk to things. The Live Oak Bank Pavilion is walkable like within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or if you just don't want to buy a ticket, literally chill on the patio. You can hear the concert. That's wild because it's on the river. So like everything just echoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you have to be patient, but also we've just like gotten lucky, I think too.
Yeah.
Because I've like thought up the idea and then the next day we would find something and be like,
I like it. You moved fast, but you chose wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll run into a situation at some point where we've been like, why do we do this? But we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah.
We'll
cross that One Tree Bridge when we get there.
One Tree Hill Bridge when we get there.
That's fine. Sweet. All right. We can keep rolling.
All right. Come on.
Dun, dun, dun. We're going to just get all of them. They're all tangled together. Okay. I don't know how you want to answer this one. How did you get into this current line of work of short-term rentals?
I don't even know. Honestly, I think it's Morgan. Like, it was Morgan's idea. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, real estate's always exciting. And I think where we live, real estate's always going to be exciting in our lifetime because we, like, especially, you know this, you've grown up here. Like, this sleepy old town that, like, nobody really knew a whole lot about is starting, you know, with, like, the wave of social media and COVID and, like, all these people being, like, from New York City being like, peace out, I'm not going to, like, spend a bunch of money to not be able to go anywhere, and I'm going to come down south where it's, like, warmer and your quality of life is better, and there's, like, retirees and the college, and just, like, it's blown up so much. I feel like even over the course of like 6 months, I'll take a drive like somewhere that I haven't been in a minute and be shocked at all the new businesses
It's
that
crazy.
are there.
I remember we came back, I guess at Christmas when we had moved and we were just back visiting, and we drove down, I guess it's at Front, where like Mellow Mushroom is downtown. I was like,
There's a fountain.
what is this?
Like
Where are we?
Yeah. The new build. I like, you see these like new tall buildings and you're like,
Where?
I feel like I'm in a real city.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What happened?
But it's, I mean, selfishly, there are people out there that I'm sure are like, never change. This better stay the same.
Yeah.
If you live at Wrightsville Beach, you totally understand
Yeah.
that because they like
It's
don't want
crazy.
anyone there.
Yeah.
But we were there this past weekend and word is out. Okay. Like we couldn't find a spot to sit on the beach.
Oh gosh.
We found parking.
Yeah.
People must be carpooling.
Yeah. Just Ubering there maybe.
Ubering. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked. The
That's
water was
crazy.
like Caribbean blue. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're 2 inches from somebody and you just like know that
Just as what
it's
it is.
over.
Yeah.
Like
it's over.
in the summertime, it's just not.
We're
we have to
moving
wait.
south.
Yeah. We need to like.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've been on the boat. I haven't, besides to the park, like to the actual playground, have not been to Wrightsville Beach this year. Luke's probably been surfing or something. I have no idea, but
Smart though.
yeah.
That's smart. Boat is the way to go.
Yeah.
'Cause then you can go to like one
Get
of the
away
islands.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The people you're surrounded by trekked there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like there's a barrier to entry.
Yeah. You had to get in the water. Sweet. We'll go again.
It's all business.
Different slot. Same can.
Business in the front. We say that about Joey all the time because he's got like this straight like communion hair in the front and something crazy going on in the back. Crazy.
It's gonna be so
curls
good.
and like I don't even know. It's wild. I'll show you some photos. They're really hilarious.
Okay. Why did you guys decide you want, or how did you decide you were like, I want to get into short-term rentals?
Because our friends did it and we're like so successful. And I'm like,
Well,
there's-
FOMO.
if Tommy can do it, sorry, Tommy, I don't mean it like that. But like if Tommy can do it, sure as hell I can do it. So, and also like shout out to our real estate agent, Ross Tomaselli. He works over at Cadence. He's sold us now 3 properties. And man, that guy works hard. Like he's probably shown us like before we bought this last house, like 20 houses.
Oh gosh.
He's like, Krisiann, don't I see something. I'm like, we should just go look. And he's like, here we go. But he shows up, he's ready to go.
That's
and he knows everything you need to know. But he has some short-term rentals in Wrightsville Beach that are gorgeous.
Yeah.
The one above Honolulu.
Yeah. So pretty.
And then he has an old historic home on Live Oak Drive. And that one is also super
I think
cool.
I've seen that on the gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like built a brand. It's like a lifestyle brand. And he's selling the experience and giving people this like minimalistic, like boho beach vacation that like so many people that live in Wilmington stay there sometimes just to like have a staycation.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
Yeah.
So those people that have like done it successfully, you know, we can bounce ideas off of. And also like our biggest hang up, the thing that I felt like was a barrier for us in the beginning, which was only around our just not an understanding of how people do this and have a full-time job, was how are we going to manage this? Like, if you pay a management company, you're paying between like 15 and 20%, maybe sometimes even more.
Yeah.
And we learned pretty quickly like that you actually don't need a property management company at all. There are people out there that are like, I don't want to speak to a single guest.
Right.
Totally get that.
Yeah.
But we have like 2 to 3 tools that we use that automate everything for us. And I don't have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Like you get it set up and then
The cleaners, we use Turnover B&B. We have a team of cleaners. Basically, it's just like a marketplace that like matches you with cleaners, but it also syncs with your Airbnb calendar.
so they know.
And it just automatically sends them Like it'll be like, here's a new project. Somebody's checking out of the digs downtown at 10 a.m. on Saturday. And so they'll claim that, and then they show up. And then they let you know, like, you're low on toilet paper, you're low on soap, you're low on whatever.
So you can like restock and
I use like Instacart's your friend. Like I'll just like Instacart Costco and I'll just stock the whole place and they'll put the stuff away. I don't have to go there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then like your Airbnb is like one of the top, I know I'm like ranting now from this one question, but
that's great.
Airbnb is like one of the top user experiences, like I think out there.
Yeah.
Like they're up there with like Spotify and like Apple.
Yeah.
Like they prioritize both the host and the guest experience on their platform.
Yeah.
And so they're constantly like rolling out new features. They tell you what their roadmap is, like their product roadmap, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And they allow you basically like, I get the same question all the time at Carolina Beach. It's like, how far is the beach?
Yeah.
Instead of just like responding the same way manually, you just create a quick reply and it's a shortcut.
Nice.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
We also have like remotelock.com.
Cool.
We'll send unique codes for your,
That's
and
nice.
it like schedules it. So like when checkout is at checkout, that code no longer works.
Yeah.
It allows your cleaners to have a code.
Nice.
But everything's like fully manual from wherever you are. You could be anywhere in the world. Yeah.
That's nice.
But I will say, I thought about this and I was like, we're going to get into this at some point in this conversation.
Just make it happen.
It's not always convenient to like respond to people.
Oh, yeah.
I was in labor.
Oh, no.
In the hospital. Granted, I had the epidural and I was feeling fine. I was like, I could be here just for days. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, this is paradise. And I was getting messages that people were like, how many beach chairs do you have? Where are the beach towels? And, you know, like, what are your top recommendations for like restaurants nearby? And I'm like, Morgan,
New Hanover Regional Medical Center's cafeteria.
I need you to get on the horn and tell these people like whatever they're asking about, like you take care of it.
Yeah.
Which we share the responsibilities, but it was just so funny. I was like,
nice of you
now
guys.
today, like you'll go like weeks and nobody will say anything. And it's like right now
you have questions.
you need to know about this thing. Perfect.
Yeah.
They don't know though.
Yeah.
They didn't know I was laid up just hours from giving birth.
Yeah. They have no idea. Yeah. Every now and again, Luke will be like on his phone while we're like hanging out after the kids go to bed. And I'm like, why are you on your phone? Like, what are you doing? And he was like, you have no idea. We have this Airbnb. I have to respond to people. And I'm like,
You do.
oh yeah, sorry.
Responsiveness is like one of the
Please
top
take care of
things.
it. You're right. I forgot we have that.
Yeah. To be a super host,
Yes.
it's very important to
Yeah.
respond. So, always have backup.
Yeah. Never mind. We might get to that question actually later, so I won't ask it if we don't know. I might remember and I'll ask you anyways. We'll see what happens. Oh gosh.
That was aggressive. That was my fault. Sorry.
Don't blame my $20 board.
There we go.
All right, let's see. Watch it be like one of the not as fun party questions.
Come on.
Oh, this one is good for you. It is a standard question.
Okay.
But we might just let this take up the rest of the podcast. Krisiann Moskal. What is your spiciest opinion that most people disagree with? It doesn't have to be business. It could be anything.
Oh, I already know what it is.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think about how many, like, I'm pretty sure it's very controversial. I'm like scared to say it.
Oh, okay. Is it going to get you like, I don't think
It's not, well, it might get me canceled. I don't know. We'll see. But you can cut it out. Ready?
Yeah.
A hot dog is a taco.
That's disgusting.
Not a sandwich.
Okay.
It's a taco.
Yeah, because it's like folded up in its little carb
Meat in the
blanket.
middle. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Meat
might
in a
not.
little carb blanket.
Yeah. I feel like I might have been with you
Okay.
the last time when I first thought of this.
I don't
And
think you told me though. Did you not say it out loud?
No, I might have. You might have just agreed with me, and then it wasn't that.
And I
big of a
moved
deal.
on. I was like, yeah, of course, duh.
Let me think. Do I have any other spicy? I mean, obviously, we didn't walk on the moon. Like, I know that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you've already said that.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah.
Spicy's a
Hot dog is a taco.
I mean, the hot dog is a taco.
So what's a corn dog?
A burrito.
Chimichanga or what? Yeah. It's fried. Yeah. Okay.
We do this thing. I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
And it's probably too hard for you to answer on the spot. But my friends and I have this Blair started it. Blair Paulson, because she's really into spirit animals.
Okay.
So she started this thing where what's your spirit food? What food out there exemplifies your personality and who you are? Morgan is a corn dog. That's why I thought about it. Because it makes people happy.
Yeah.
It's always at a fair where there's rides and everybody's laughing. He's just a fun,
Everyone's
loving.
down for a corn dog.
Yeah.
Nobody
says no to a corn dog.
We ate corn dogs last weekend from Cookout.
Oh my God, dream.
Kinda. Actually made me feel terrible. I hadn't had Cookout in years, and I was like, never again. But the corn dog was great.
Yeah.
What was my spirit food?
It's hard to think of it for yourself.
My first thought is nachos.
Why?
Probably just because that's my go-to food if I'm just gonna eat them.
Yeah.
But they're slightly messy, but also great. They're I feel like they're a crowd pleaser.
Uh-huh.
And not that I'm really a crowd pleaser, but I can mesh.
People
well.
like you.
Yeah. Thank you. People really like me.
People tend to like you.
But you can do.
It can be spicy
I can mesh
sometimes.
well. Yeah. Sometimes you can be spicy. Sometimes it's just plain and cheesy and flop it around.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? You know what mine is?
What?
Fajitas.
Yeah.
Because you always know when they're coming. You
That's so
you
good.
can smell them from a mile away.
You can hear them from a mile away.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, here comes a
here
fajita.
comes
Somebody
Krisiann.
ordered fajitas. Lucky.
Yeah. I wish I would have ordered fajitas. That's a great one.
Yeah.
For you.
You got to put that in the party bucket.
Yeah. What's your spirit food? Okay.
I love you. You understood the assignment immediately.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. What has been y'all's biggest challenge in the short-term rental game?
Honestly, the good thing is I can't name many because there really has. It's been very smooth.
Yeah.
Obviously we've only been doing it for 4 or 5 years, whatever. But
yeah, I feel like the beginning is when it would be the most.
Well,
I can't say that for sure.
Things happen. So I would say maintenance on their home, the Carolina Beach home. It's not new. So the HVAC is older and there's things that happen, and I would say that's been the biggest maybe challenge, probably Morgan would say, because even though if you have a home warranty and you're okay, they're going to cover it, they're going to make you jump through 18 hoops before anything happens. Mm-hmm. So he's had to communicate with lots of people and go over there and wait for the HVAC people to show up. And you don't want to, people are expecting you to have working AC. So if anything happens like that, you're oh my God.
Yeah.
And we did have only really truly maybe one problem guest. I say they were problem guests, they were just busting chops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they paid a lot of money to stay there for a significant amount of time through Airbnb, which is you're paying all those fees.
Yeah.
It was just it was a bizarre move on their part.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose that.
No.
But I think because they did that,
just higher expectations.
they were they were hard to please, which I mean, I feel my time in just the service industry has helped me deal with that better, because you kind of take no shit, but you also want to make sure people are
happy.
Yeah, you absolutely want to give them the experience that they expected.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, in that situation, we had a lot of tough communication back and forth with these people, because there was construction across the street.
Yeah.
And it wasn't construction like commercial construction. It was
Yeah.
like, you know, down the street they're building a house.
Yeah.
So you're hearing like banging every once in a while, whatever. And
There's nothing
this
you can
person could
do
not
about-
work
Yeah.
under that
Oh,
like circumstance. They just couldn't do it.
okay.
And so
They should
because
not live in Puerto Rico.
or like literally anywhere in
Anywhere.
Wilmington.
Yeah, fair.
It's just like always something going on. But like
Mm-hmm.
that's not our construction project. Like we have no control over
Yeah.
that. So you have to understand like
Yes, that's
within
annoying,
the
but,
bound,
like,
and
what
the
are we
good
supposed
thing
to do?
is, if you're a super host, Airbnb goes like way above and beyond to take care of you.
yeah, that's good.
They make sure like it's almost like they're on the super host side,
Mm-hmm.
but they also encourage the super host to do everything that they can to make sure that the situation is resolved.
Yeah.
And you know, we did give we gave refunds, we gave, you know,
Yeah.
and there are people that are just never going to be pleased.
Yeah.
But I knew for a fact, like, this cannot spoil the rest. Like, we have so many amazing guests, and especially ones that like come back and they just like, they're always so grateful, and like, you know, they take pictures while they're like on
Oh, nice.
vacation
Yeah.
and share them. Like, that's what it's about. Like, I'm not going to let like, you know, Lord knows what's going on in that person's life. Like, sure, I'll be your punching bag for
Sure.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
But then I'm going to need you to check out and leave.
yeah, like they leave. That's
Yeah.
a good thing too. Like they leave, they get out of
Yeah.
your hair. So yeah, that would be, I think, like the most challenging. But
Yeah.
a handyman is your friend. Have
Yeah.
someone you can call. Like it's all about convenience for
Yeah.
you. Even if you pay a little bit more for it, like of course, yeah, you can drive the 40 minutes over to Carolina Beach and
Yeah.
fix the thing yourself. But it's like I can pay $40 to have someone come check it out and like fix it.
Yeah. And I mean, y'all also both have full-time jobs
Right.
and a kid and like a life. So it's
Yeah, pay the
worth it.
$40.
Yeah, to pay $40.
For sure. And,
Yeah.
and because we decided to like build a business around the short-term rentals, like that's an expense that
Yeah.
I'm paying. You know, it's not like it's like out of my pocket, not in the,
Yeah.
you know, like these are all things that like
Yeah.
are part of the agreement.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Like if it's the only thing you're doing, then okay, it might make sense, but
Mhm.
it's not. So.
yeah, then you'd want
yeah.
like to save every time, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Or just make it so passive. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
gonna
But then
chill.
people would suffer for that.
Yeah.
It would
for sure.
take longer. It would be
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
I have no idea what time we actually. Where time are we at?
we're 10:05.
Oh, sweet. You want to do like 2 more and then we can
Yeah,
wrap it?
for sure.
Put a nice little bow on it.
And there's never going to be a bow on it.
No.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Or
Maybe.
I'll never
Maybe I'll never invite you back.
to break this machine.
Woo.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's
It's a little too weighted on the
Yeah.
the business side.
Yeah. If you could wave a magic wand and change anything about Wilmington, what would it be? Or CB, or I mean, I guess Wilmington is downtown. The greater Wilmington area. It's yours. It's all
That's a
yours.
Good question. Man, to be honest,
Always.
I think if I was being selfless
Okay.
and thinking about others,
Okay.
I would completely change the road system.
Yeah.
Like just upgrade the road system.
Yeah.
Allow us to have like more than 3 main roads in there. So,
Yeah.
So I mean,
that go like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
that are easy to understand, that aren't following like an old trolley path.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
even though like traffic here is pretty minimal compared to other places,
Yeah.
like it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah. It's not getting better.
No.
Mm-mm.
So that would be my selfless act.
Okay.
And I think selfishly, I would man, I put a Costco on every corner. No, I'm kidding. I would
You get a Costco.
Yeah,
you get a
yeah,
Costco.
Costco would be on my side of town.
Yeah.
I think that I would like change the ordinances in the beach towns so that like more businesses could open up in these like desolate area. Like they make it so difficult for people to have these like nice waterfront restaurants or something. It's like we don't want to have the same, 4 waterfront restaurants and the food's not even that freaking good, and like let somebody in here do something good. Yeah. Instead of like fighting it every 2 seconds. Like you have nowhere for people to go eat, and I mean I understand they don't want more traffic. But yeah. I just feel like there's more Yeah. Even like allow there to be commercial businesses like in areas, like even in neighborhoods. Like I'm all about that. Like if you could have like a cool oyster bar on Pages Creek, that would be sick. Yeah. Then we wouldn't go to your
neighborhood gym. Like little gym. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That would be cool. It'd be like Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day we'll Airbnb the house we're currently living in and make it a Dawson's Creek thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
One day. Classic one to end on.
Okay. Do we have to?
Can we not do this podcast all day? Krisiann, what's your favorite thing that comes out of a can? Besides these questions. Any kind of can, also. Yeah.
Well, what do you mean?
Paint can, food can, drink can, any can. Hardware store can, I don't know.
Oh, Twisted Tea all day.
Oh, yes.
That took me too long to think of.
Actually, yeah. Sorry.
Twisted Tea.
All day, every day.
Is the most refreshing.
At work. Yeah. In the morning. Before bed.
On the beach. You cut it with a little water and some lemon. Make it cold with your ice from your ice machine.
Okay.
And it is very refreshing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it could be dangerous for amateurs, but like it is, it's good.
Yeah.
I've had Twisted Tea in Montana with you.
Yeah.
In freezing cold waters.
Glacier water, actually. Yeah.
Where I was like just a little bit of my butt cheeks could be in the water, but I was like cooling my Twisted Tea off next to me in the water that we were sitting.
Yeah, and you wouldn't jump off of a cliff into glacier water with me. So
no.
I had to do that.
No, I honestly was scared.
You?
I was scared
terrifying.
of what would happen.
It was so cold.
Just like that old lady that was saying that she was going to shit her pants. And Luke was like, I'll go first.
Yeah. Can I go before
Can I jump before you? Just in case.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, just in case. I forgot about that. That was hilarious. That little kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely felt stupid, but I wasn't not stupid enough.
No, yeah, that was so cold.
I think I'm going to start like pretending that these big brands sponsor things that I do. Uh-huh. Like I've tried to start like a Twisted Tea golf tournament.
Oh,
where like wives of the guys that golf can go and just like mess around and like F stuff up and like have fun and laugh. Yeah. I'm all about that.
That'd be fun.
Sponsored by Twisted Tea.
Yeah. The podcast that came out yesterday, we had came out yesterday, recorded last week, had the switch phones and like posted each other's Instagram stories. And Rachel posted something with like sponsored by Diet Coke, and Instagram like flagged it. Of like, if this is sponsored content, like you need to like attribute it correctly. Oh, yeah. And I was like, come on, Instagram.
Just like, give them the credit. It's not like any people won't know.
It's like, can you take a joke? Obviously, this podcast is not sponsored by Coke.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm not co-hosting it.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even going after Coca-Cola now. Now it's Twisted Tea and Ice Machine. So
yeah, Twisted Tea, Ice Machine, Celsius.
Yeah.
It's what keeps parents going. Coffee of some sort.
Yeah.
And Lewis Farms blueberries.
Oh yeah, they're so good. Just love blueberries.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I hate that it's ending.
I know. Well, luckily you have another business, so we can always do it again.
Yeah. You never know. By the time I come back, I might have another.
You might have more. So you have
the digs.
The digs.
I have Gathering Littles.
Yes. Adorable.
Is that it?
W-2 job.
Yeah. I do customer experience for a bank.
Which maybe that's why you're so good at
For sure.
customer.
I'm like, I'm gonna think of a new business,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna get my EIN. I'm gonna get my domain. I'm gonna make sure that nobody's trademarked like the things I'm saying.
Good call.
I'm gonna build the website
Yep.
and the logo. Get all the like I literally
Yeah.
can't stop.
Can't stop.
I can't
won't
stop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you feel like me and Luke have this conversation? I said we were going to wrap this podcast up, but now we're not. Because he
can't stop.
He can't stop.
No.
And I think early on, like his brother is really good at like marketing and graphic stuff. So he would like do his logo and like I would do the website or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously I can just do all of it. So like all of his ideas we can bring to life quickly on like the branding and like
Mm-hmm.
marketing, like startup side. Do you feel like since you can do that yourself that you're like, let's do it because you don't have to like outsource it? It's just convenient. You can like sit on your couch and be like, business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like it has become almost too easy to do these. Like it's so interesting to see where the digital platforms are going to go and how they're going to like challenge people to go above and beyond so that they can actually like rank you like they used to. I feel like now like ChatGPT can like write all of your content. It can write your taglines. It can build your bit. Like literally you can ask it to do like so many different things that like would have taken people years to accomplish and within 30 seconds. It's
Crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
But where's the integrity?
Yeah.
Do we need it? I don't know.
Probably on some level. And I feel like at some point, like, because we've tested it out with like some different like projects we've done. And it's like, I mean, I guess it's only as good as the prompt that you like put in there, but like a lot of it just comes out. So like I'll write copy for stuff and then I'll like put in there to get ideas. And I'm like, it's almost too generic. And it's like, is that because of the it's because the information I'm feeding it's too generic, but I'm like, whatever, I'll just.
Yes, but also, you know, it's learning as it goes. So like and it's conversational. So if you I feel like if you stick with it and you let it understand and learn your business, maybe your voice and tone, it might be able to get a little bit closer. Yeah, it definitely would be better. Quality of like the outputs would go up over time. But it's one of those things where it's like people get into ruts. I know you've probably experienced. It's like back in the day when doing digital marketing, thinking of freaking taglines for these like PPC ads, we'd have like 100,000 ads, and I'd have to think of them myself.
And only 20 characters, 90 characters, whatever. Yeah.
It like I can't believe I live like that. Yeah. Nowadays, you know, you may not use the output from ChatGPT, but it's going to give you some good ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially when you're testing like hundreds or however many it's going to be, like all day. And I feel like see what works.
Yeah, you need to be to be successful in this day and age. You better jump on the train because if you're one of those people who are like, robots are going to take over the world, I'm not. Goodbye. Yeah, you dusty old,
dusty old man.
You dusty old desktop computer. You like crystal colored MacBook from 1995,
or like the or the like different color, like neon, plastic, whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those were I didn't have them. I was poor,
either, but it would have been cool.
Yeah, bring those back.
Yeah. That'd been hilarious. Oh gosh, I thought. This is another tangent. Whatever. Okay, last one. Okay. So you did not have a bad review that I could find online. And you already talked about your bad guest experience, but I feel like every time we pull that question, we end up having a conversation around how like Google, like how your bad reviews like impact the business. Yeah. And like search results. And then obviously on Airbnb, that's your superhost status is related to that. Yes. Do you, luckily you guys didn't have bad reviews, but every time I'm like, we need to have we should just have a whole separate, that's what we should do. We should have a whole separate podcast episode around, maybe we have to figure this out, around reviews. But it's directed to consumers, but our podcast itself is geared towards business owners. So we'd have to figure that angle out. But do you feel like
everyone's a consumer?
Everyone's a consumer. So stop leaving bad reviews, people. Just message people. Like, how do you feel like maybe from Airbnb inside, maybe just from your digital marketing
So I've honestly never written a bad review for anybody because I just think feelings last way shorter than what like your little review is going to last forever. And then, it's like when you're mad, like just wait a little bit and see how you feel.
Yeah.
People don't do that.
No.
And like, it's so easy to spot a Karen from like a mile away.
Yeah.
Like you can read something
which is like so fun when I have to find questions. Cause like, which ones are like, there are some that's like, oh yeah, like that needs to be addressed. But some of them it's just like you person, like no one's ever gonna make you happy. Yeah. And those are the fun ones for the can.
There are totally. So the good thing about Airbnb and VRBO is that, well, VRBO is like light years behind Airbnb. So I don't like feel weird even mentioning them. We're on that platform too, but like it's such a polarizing experience.
Yeah.
The way that Airbnb will serve up your reviews is it'll show you like your best, your middle, and a bad one.
Nice.
So that like you're not seeing like most recent or I mean you can obviously you can filter, but like it's important to kind of get a well-rounded understanding of like how people have experienced this because experience is just that. It's like everybody's personal like understanding and like Lord knows what people are like bringing to the table. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So it like I think in customer experience in general, the rule of thumb always, and it's shocking I would even have to say this because so many people like need this lesson. Like you should also be sponsored by BetterHelp or something because like people need therapy.
Oh yeah.
Like I go to therapy. People need therapy. Go to therapy.
Buffy Andrews from Madewell, we're recording with her later today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love Buffy.
We'll talk therapy.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But empathy is like the number one thing. And I know we've like talked about that when we work together. Like when you're not even like in the world of like reviews, but like when you're building an experience or you're like writing content, you have to have a good understanding of what it's like to be that consumer.
Yeah.
Or else you're just speaking into like
you're gonna miss the mark.
The abyss. Yeah, they're not gonna like
connect.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's been so many times. I have a funny story to tell.
Okay. For the internet.
I'm surprised that I didn't.
For the internets.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't think about this when you asked about the challenging. So, one of the downfalls of VRBO, which is like some people may not even catch, but if somebody inquires about a date, it will block it from Airbnb unless you like adjust a setting.
Yeah.
And I had adjusted the setting and dates were still blocked. And I was like, oh my God. And these people probably, I think they have like a 24 to 48 hour window. Yeah. And it's like, no, I need these dates to be open.
Yeah.
So I turned off something and forgot. Mom brain is real. I forgot. And it double booked us.
Oh no.
So me and Morgan were out to dinner.
Oh no.
And I'm getting blown up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? And it's our guest staying downtown. They were in the shower.
Oh no.
And this family walks in. They had a young child.
Oh no.
And they just start getting comfortable. They just start getting comfortable. But they're not realizing like the personal belongings of all the people that were actually staying there first.
Yeah.
Were just like strewn about.
Oh no.
They were like, my wine glass were like, no, they didn't say anything. They just like, oh, whoops. Like,
I guess the cleaners didn't come or something. Yeah.
So he calls me and he's being very kind, but obviously flustered. Like,
like what is
using
happening?
a towel. And he's like in front of these strangers that I just let into the apartment. So in that situation, Morgan let the family stay in Carolina Beach. Thank God it was open.
Yeah.
But if not, we would have had to pay for a hotel.
Yeah.
For these people or whatever. They would find another Airbnb. We would front the money.
Yeah.
And the people staying downtown, I just like refunded their entire stay because
I'm so sorry. That's so
that
awkward.
is not cool. That was all me,
oh
you know?
Gosh. Yeah.
And so that's like where you have to like now those people weren't asking for a refund.
Yeah.
I just gave it to them because I was like, this is the right thing to do.
Right.
And now they're like they've booked again because they had a good experience for the most part, and like they're normal people. They can understand accidents happen,
especially when you're coming out of the shower in your towel.
Literally, like you never know what's going to happen. Yeah. So, one, make sure you're not double booking people. Yes. That's not cool.
No.
But yeah, just do the right thing. Like you're going to make the money back. Who cares?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like a couple $100. Like
At the end of the day, yeah.
you won't remember it.
Yeah.
So like I feel like, and if anybody has a complaint about something, like a valid complaint, you give them some money back, and it makes like their life. Then they're gonna like splurge. They can go out and have a nice dinner, or like there's things that you can do to like really like brighten someone's day. It's like the Chick-fil-A thing. Like you like buy somebody's meal and they don't know.
Yeah.
They're not expecting it too. Is like that's where they're gonna write you a good review. That's worth money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So that was a challenge for sure.
Yes, sleep short in labor for that one.
Yeah, you have to literally stop whatever it is you're doing.
Oh yeah,
and take care of the situation. It's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Like I've never had a stay in an Airbnb except that time that we were in Sedona and the heat was on. The lady had the heat on.
Yeah.
And we were
so
like
hot.
Sweating, sleeping in the same bed together.
You're sharing a bed, like dying.
I thought you were talking in your sleep, but you were
like, Krisiann,
I was like, we just laid
drenched.
down. How is she asleep and talking in her sleep? But really, you were just whispering to me, like, it's very hot.
Are you sweating?
Are you awake?
Am I have a fever? Am I dying?
Yeah, like that person better answer because she's virtually, God knows where she's living.
Yeah.
You know, she's in Timbuktu and she's like changing the heat on us.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
98 degrees.
It's literally summer or whatever it was in Arizona. Please help me out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you have a box fan?
Anything. I'll take it all. I'll take it.
Anything.
And if I open the windows, I don't have to hear the donkeys next door. And I don't feel like listening to the hee-haws all day.
There you go. No, we got that one figured out, though. I feel like she responded. It was something with a downstairs thermostat controlled, like the very downstairs controlled that room. I don't know. It was fine. We figured it out after the first night. But yeah, that was hot.
Remember Brittany got scared by herself in the mirror. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was her.
Yeah.
Love that.
That was so funny.
I love that. That's someone that you should get on the podcast.
Yeah, she would be hilarious.
No, you would be canceled or something.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, what can people expect from you guys next? Do you have another property? Well, you just moved your new family.
Yeah, we're
Your new
putting a
family
pool in.
home,
My yard looks like the movie Holes, like Shia LaBeouf, whatever Shia LaBeouf has been like going to town in the yard, just digging holes.
Just digging.
So we won't be doing anything like
Crazy.
Yeah, but I do think, just keeping like an eye out on one, like making sure like eventually the rates are going to go down to something reasonable.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to get like a multi-unit property. I think that seems to be like, I'm like bored with like the normal like rentals. I'm like, let's see if we can get a motel.
Yeah.
Brand it, make it like super cool,
Yeah.
whatever. We'll see. I mean, that or like invest in like some of these old mansions downtown. People are turning into like that. Would be cool.
That'd be cool. Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to put our heads together. And
need
see if
to-
something comes up that makes sense. Like, I don't know what makes sense financially. Don't ask me. I'm the worst. Morgan will tell you. Like, he'll be able to figure out whether or not him and Luke will be able to figure out whether or not this is a good idea.
And
but
then
if
we
it
can
is,
make it cool.
yeah, because they can't. No, they'll make it
Have you
cash
seen
flow. But
have you seen our houseboat?
your houseboat is cool.
Don't lie to yourself.
It's cool. If I like didn't care
Shouldn't
about
hate on
bugs,
her.
I would go stay there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of mosquitoes. No, I mean, if you want to fish or hunt, it's cool. Okay. What is the best way for people to follow you guys, get in touch with you if they want a staycation?
Oh yeah. So
all the things.
So we're on Instagram at thedigs.nc. We also, on our site, we've been building out a lot of resources because I think we've learned so many lessons in the short period of time that we want to make sure that like we're encouraging other young folks to like get into the investment real estate game. So we're building out the resources on thedigsnc.com.
Cool.
Where you can see like all of the properties. We have like photo galleries of everything, and we've embedded like the Live Oak Bank Pavilion, like Ticketmaster, so you can see what concerts are coming up in Wilmington and stuff. But I think our brand is going to be geared more towards like prospective hosts,
Cool.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much like, there's just cheat codes you need to learn.
That's
and
cool.
The guests kind of find their way to
Yeah.
us. Like we don't really need to market the business. I mean, Wilmington just markets itself.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Or you can
Stay tuned.
you can send DM me at Cray J on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I should change that.
No, you can't.
Just part of who I am, I guess.
Yeah, it's part
my
of your
story.
identity now. Yeah, it's part of your story. It's part of your history. When Hazel who is my 1-year-old daughter, just for preference, podcast listeners, not some random chick. When she's being crazy, we call her Crazel, and it reminds me of you being Cray J.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
That's her handle. You
Crazel.
should claim it now.
Yeah,
If somebody hasn't. And that way,
just in case.
and then like get her an email address. Like get her like what she
Crazel
needs.
at crazybabies.com.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
one day
One day it'll be a brand.
she's gonna love it. Because
Yeah.
remember I told you, sorry, I don't stop talking
It's okay.
when I get
Well,
started.
just at some point, Josh probably just stopped recording.
Yeah.
The podcast abruptly
Yeah,
ended.
he's like, yeah.
And we're done.
They when I went to high school, I would skip class because I was a horrible student, and our principal was this like old Jewish guy, and he did this automated system where if you skip class, it would leave a voicemail on your home like
Yes,
phone.
we had that. Yep.
And
I didn't skip class because I was too scared, but Luke did.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
And then they would basically have a robot say your name. So because he wasn't going to say everybody's name
Yeah.
in school, so it was like, "Hello, this is Mr. Restivo calling to let you know that Krisiann has missed one or more classes on Wednesday, September 10th." And my mom would die.
Oh, yeah.
She would die. And I'd be like, "Isn't that funny?" I didn't skip class. I swear. I was like, it was late, and they forgot
had
to
already
change it.
Changed it. Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Krisiann." Yeah.
And you'd be out getting your hair straightened, taking the train by
Japanese-
yourself.
Yeah. Go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Forgetting to switch trains. Oh my God.
Oh man. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah.
We should look at our calendars and send each other calendar invites for like dinner to hang out or something
Yeah.
in real life
down.
outside of.
I'm down
This
for that so
podcast
that
room.
other people don't have to hear us rant and rave
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, we'll have to check the analytics and see when people stop, or if they're just gonna listen to the whole thing, or see people just like these girls are just talking. We
Listen,
got things to do.
Listen, right now, if I am not the top,
the nuggets are at the end. You always have to stay for the end of the show.
if my stats are not at the top of the list with everybody like real low below me, I'm gonna be shocked.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be like me.
I love a good analytics report. So
Yeah, I don't
we'll
know.
track it.
Buffy's coming in talking about therapy. She might beat us all.
Yeah. We'll see. Game on.
I know it depends on your. I mean, we all need it. So
Yeah, it's true. Cool.
well, I love
Okay.
you.
I love you. Thank you.
Thank you for
doing
having
this.
me.
Of course. You got shouted on the first episode and Luke
I
called you
know.
loud. So I was like, well, now she's got to be on.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Seriously. Seriously.
Loud is what they used to call him in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We can hang out and y'all can make high school. That's what they call them in
Jokes.
high school jokes. Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Grazel.
Grazel.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go back to work.
Same. All right.
Just let me know when you want me back.
Tomorrow. All right.
It's been great.
It's been great. It's been real.
Toucan Talks.
Tukey. Oh, next podcast we'll talk about Tukey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll come back with Liz. You need Liz on because when
Oh,
we talk
yeah,
about
that
gathering
would be
littles, she's
fun.
a trip
Yeah.
and a half. She's
Yeah.
she's a Jackson, so she's like hilarious.
Yes. Let's do it.
She'll be down.
Okay.
I'll just have to put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
I'll tell my boss that I have a side gig at Toucan
I'm
Talks.
starting a.
I'm not getting paid, but I'm.
Me neither. No one's getting paid for doing this podcast.